Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, family, ghouls, and other creatures of the night. My name is Rena, the storyteller, and I welcome you all to Red Center by Night. This is the Second Inquisition's point of view of the story, and again, a warning that those supernatural creatures like vampires are romanticized. It doesn't change the fact that they are the undead. They are no longer living and no longer able to enjoy the same lifestyle they used to have as a mortal. The Second Inquisition timeline here to be able to let you view the way a normal human sees these creatures. The smell of grass right after rain is usually comforting. However, when you are dragging two children along with you, wind snapping onto your face, it becomes a burden. We see a woman crouch in front of the two children and say, "Whatever happens, keep running this direction. Do not stop." Pushing the two kids who started to run, the woman turned around as the rain started to fall around her, heavily obscuring her vision. The ink writing on her skin has started to run, and she grimaced. From afar, we hear the howling of the wind as the clouds start to cover the moon. Now, shall we continue our story? In the most recent episode, our cell members were drawn into an investigation at the casino site following a devastating explosion. During this episode, they were introduced to Vera Walker, an American SI agent recognized also known as Mr. Walker. Alongside her team, they collectively divided their efforts to meticulously probe the incident's origins within the venue. Vera's expertise proved invaluable in pinpointing crucial individuals linked to the operation, thus unraveling the enigma surrounding the whereabouts of the blank bodies. Within this narrative, a heightened sense of concern emerged as Mr. Locke exhibited clear apprehension for Arrernte's safety. This mounting tension prompted Tanya to accompany Mr. Locke as they embarked on a trip to Arrernte's residence, their hopes hinging on locating her there. Regrettably, their search yielded nothing more than an abandoned domicile, leaving them with a lot of questions. The story then revealed that Miles, Vera's brother, played a role in bringing them together for an information exchange. However, the efforts of the YouTuber they engaged failed to yield important information that can be used. As the episode drew to a close, the cell collectively decided to adjourn their activities for the morning, opting to convene once more on the following night. At this point in time, obviously the day had gone by and the night has started. One cell member here has not slept at all, opting to stay up.
Yes, it's me. Surprising no one.
Really? I am shocked and appalled.
Would it be?
So much to do and there's so little time. So, gotta be productive. Sleeping's not productive.
By the time Professor Tristan had called in a meeting, everyone had shuffled in, including the obviously sleep-deprived Tanya.
This is not the first time she's done this. I don't think it's an unusual way to see Tanya at all. So.
Hype, probably, consumed a lot of caffeine.
Caffeine and pre-workout
Yeah.
just mixed together and shotted.
Some more agents have shuffled in, obviously because this is a normal evening meeting, not a specialized one. You do see Vera and her team attend one of these meetings.
Interesting. Vera, is it normal for extended Inquisition staff to attend these meetings? I guess probably would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, thank you, everyone. I hope everyone slept well. Or at least used the time productively. We are, as some of you may be aware as well for the meeting, having read through the notes, Alice Springs is now going to be considered a level 1 blank body site, which is, for those of you who are still new to field work, confirmation of a blank body encounter with their identity not yet confirmed. But we have confirmation they are acting in the area as opposed to just the assumption that they are. As such, that means that level 1 algorithm will take place and a number of protocols will then be encountered. So the first one, I'll just gesture this across to the relevant people. We're going to want data analytics focusing on hunting patterns. So we want checking vets, animal control, see if they're potentially feeding on animals. If not, then they're going to be feeding on people. So we need to start doing a check with HR, doctors, and medical work for these signs of just weakness, anemia, and the general checks. Secondary, those of you who have community informants, I want you to go speak to them. We need to find out, what it is, if there's anything new or different that they've located. I want data analysis on the herds. Some of them like to have these cults or these groups that they're feeding on. So if they're not occurring amongst the general populace, look for particular families that might be taking time off work, they've missed soccer practice or whatever it might be. Those of us who can will be consulting the library. There's a few things we need to check as well. And a number of internal policies. But in terms of activity, confirmation of level 1. So those of you who have roles to play, you know what to do. Those of you still new, remain behind and we'll discuss what's required.
There is murmuring amongst everyone else. However, once you dismiss them, they're gonna shuffle out.
Cool. So is it just the 4 of us now?
And Vera.
Vera, all right. To give a nod, is it Vera, as her brother happen to be there too?
No.
Good. I'll give a nod to Vera and be like, oh, thank you for joining us as well. It's a rare delight to have our friends from across the ocean coming and visiting. Is there any support that you may be able to potentially offer in this?
Yes, there are a couple that my team had decided might be much more relevant to y'all. There is one specific person that we are trying to locate, but aside from that, everyone else is free game.
No, Rizal, who's the specific person? See what we can do.
She opens up like her phone and produces an image, and it's one of the stills from the security camera. And it looks to be a young girl with bubble pink hair, curly bubble pink hair. Looks to be about 18, 19 years old, wearing thick, comfortable clothing.
No worries. Do you have a name or a designation?
Well, obviously everything has been completely wiped from this person's files. However, since I am one of those who have attended to her since she was a child, I think they're going by Ilona during the time. However, I am still unsure whether or not they have changed their names after.
No worries. You said you've looked after them as a child. Is there a specific, what's the nature of the relationship there?
She looks around the room towards the other agents. I'm not sure whether or not that information should be shared around.
It's only the four of us in here. Everyone, I vouch for everyone on this team. You saw them in the field. There's what you'll say won't leave this room, not by us at least.
She was part of the PSYOPs team before.
Okay.
Did we discover her surname when we were doing the research at the security at this casino? But she was on the footage in the casino.
Yes, but it
Yes.
wasn't shared to you all.
Mhm.
That was part of the sequence that was not shared with this team.
Cool.
Okay.
So we didn't see her.
Okay, so this is the first time we're seeing images. Okay, cool.
No worries. Was she like the PSYOPs team here at the Ark?
Not specifically here.
Okay, just in the program.
So we assume she's dangerous then.
Absolutely. Do you know how she's tied in with this specific group?
There was an incident in the other facility where they broke out. Of course, specifically, the ones who went missing were specifically one Mr. Winters,
Which
the deacon,
the deacon. Interesting.
Sister Olivia also has gone missing, and a couple of other agents.
Which is this a St. Leopold's facility? I'm guessing by
Yes.
the name? Where's it operating? Where was it operating from? I haven't seen any notes.
Unfortunately, I cannot disclose that information.
I see. All right. In terms of the escape, can you give us some details on that? If not the location, what the nature was it? Was this an inside job where they were released? Did they escape?
It was an
themselves?
inside job.
Have you caught any of the perpetrators or anything like that?
Unfortunately, not. Still, this is the first time we've had a glimpse of one of them.
And this Sister Olivia and Mr. Winters, can you give me some details on them? We're unfamiliar.
Do we have any images of them that we have as a reference?
We only have their old employee file.
Can we see those?
Pretty sure if you pull it up from the database, we can find that.
Sure. So, Sister Olivia, Mr. Winters, and Alona. Was it Lona a sister, a military resource? What was purely just PSYOPs? Was she far in the program or new recruit?
She was pretty far in the program before this whole thing.
What age did she start in the program?
Sorry?
At what age did she start in the program?
She grew up there. She was born there.
Oh, we're doing child soldiers. That's fun.
Sometimes in these cases, especially with these identified, it's more just to make sure they don't injure themselves or their families. What was the nature of her position in the program? What was her specialty? Like, how did her powers manifest?
It's not more of external power per se, but she had incidents where she did get possessed
Oh,
or take on the characteristic of somebody else, especially if the room itself was part of a rich history.
interesting. Well, I guess you'd say you're looking for, what's the nature of what's the desire you have? Is this a capture and return for the three of them, rendition? What is your overall goal?
My team, before it was disbanded, was designated to ensure that these people are killed at all cost. We cannot allow them to walk around, as the amount of collateral and innocent people will die.
I haven't received any information from up high in regards to this. Who was it that gave the order? Is it internally for this to green light the three of them being removed?
She gives you like a really look.
I haven't heard it from moderation or administration.
You haven't heard from the Arbiter about this?
Not in this relation, no, not specifically. I'm assuming he's across it though. You know how he is with technology.
Yes, unfortunately. He really needs a replacement
Yeah,
soon.
it's probably...
It's time to retire.
Yeah, he potentially should name a successor soon.
If we do come across these individuals, are they to be executed on sight, or would you like them to be brought back to you for that honor?
Execute on sight. Do not allow them to walk around. The amount of danger they pose to other people around them. I cannot stress this enough.
You've mentioned like Alona obviously was in the PsyOps program. What about the other two, Sister Olivia and Winters? Are they the same? Were they involved or?
I know Deacon Winters is heavily involved with the orphanage itself because that's where he also grew up. However, I'm not privy to the information as to how involved they were. I know they all work together. That's why this whole breakout inside job happened.
May I go and look up the database photos? Is that something I can do while we're talking in here? Can I do that now to look up what they look like?
Yeah.
Am I able to do that?
Yes.
Yep. Do I recognize either of them?
No.
Okay, so it's not the guy I saw in my vision with Haley.
One of them you don't recognize, Sister Olivia. She looks to be like how you imagine a nun to be. Like an ancient nun. That's
Yeah.
how she looks like. But she does have the gentle look in her eyes, as if she's like a nice nun, not the scary ones.
Ah, nice nun.
She's nice. The other one, however, it takes a while because obviously this person is quite different. Clean shaven, even like the buzz cut and everything's all different. However, the more closely you look at this person, the more familiar he looks. And if you look through the photos of employee photos of him wearing the priest outfit, you would recognize the priest from your vision.
I think Tanya's going to immediately turn and be like, I recognize him. It's Padre the Underwater Wonder with Haley.
Oh, it's Deacon Winters, I'll just say to Vera, like, was this site located anywhere potentially near the ocean or in the ocean?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Can we notice, are we able to insight and see whether she's being deceptive or not?
Yep.
Deceptive as fuck.
Are you going to be rolling inside?
I don't know. Can we all check or?
What's an insight? Yeah. if you'd like to check.
I've got like some...
Three.
Yeah, 3 as well.
Four
I'm going to
successes.
burn a willpower to reroll. 4.
Nice.
All right. With 3 and 4 successes, you would not know that Vera does know the information. However, she cannot reveal anything. She's very hesitant about confirming or denying this whole allegation.
So we didn't notice any change in behavior when we mentioned underwater or ocean. There was just, okay. Interesting.
She's good at her job.
If she was that good, they wouldn't have escaped.
She doesn't react to the Haley being mentioned or anything.
No.
Well,
Sorry, I just need to stop for one moment. I can't. There's a cable just right in front of your face. It's making me go cross-eyed every time I try and look at you. And it's going to give me a migraine if I keep
Yeah.
I just had to. I apologize.
That's
I'm
okay.
Just I feel like I'm going like every time I'm trying to look over at you. And I was like, I can't do a whole episode like this. Apologies.
valid.
Amazing.
That's the tech roll coming.
Yeah.
This was an elaborate trap. Well, thank you, Vera. Is anything in terms of your support we appreciate you passing the information. Is there anything you need from us, or is there any additional support you can provide or require?
I do wish to collaborate regarding this hunt with you, with your team.
No worries. Well, if we find any information in relation to these three, I was just double checking again. We had the sister Olivia, Alona, and
Padre.
yes, Deacon Winters. We'll keep you in the loop.
Yeah. Aside from that, have you heard of the event called Coma?
There was the YouTube channel, of course, and there was your brother's friend that you brought in.
Yeah, but there is apparently a big event happening right at this moment.
Running by them, by your brother and this.
No.
There's a secondary coma. Well, no, we're not across it. What can you let us know?
I understand that obviously blank bodies are your number one right now, your number one priority. However, Coma, from what I've gleaned, is led by FaZe.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh.
What are they? Well, there's not much point asking what do they want. Who knows what they want? Is this? How did you get this information? They normally kind of just pop up, disappear.
I have my contact.
Are you able to share your contact?
If you'd like to meet her, I can introduce you all.
Is this coma?
Sounds ominous.
Yeah, is this coma event time sensitive? Do we have time to meet your contact, or does this need to be?
Well, it's apparently a 3-day event, and I'm just extending the invitation.
No, appreciate that. Well, we do have our support staff operating, investigating these blank bodies. I doubt they'll come up with anything in the next 24 hours. So yeah, potentially meeting your contact. The Fae aren't necessarily hostile. I wouldn't extend it as far as
They generally do not.
they're not really benevolent, but then more mischievous than.
They don't really give a shit about.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sure. What's your contact's name? I'm happy to meet her.
I'll have to bring you to her.
Okay. Is it far?
In the city?
Okay.
Have time?
If we can maybe meet you at the car. We'll just finish wrapping up here, and then we'll meet you there. And sure, I'm happy for us to go meet.
All right.
No worries. Well, we'll see you then.
She pushes herself off the wall that she's been leaning on this whole time before walking out. As she walks out, Jackson puts her head in to the room.
Yes, Jackson?
Is the scary lady gone?
For now. I'm assuming you're not talking about any of the three in here.
That's the other scary lady.
other than the three in the room right now.
Sir, I would like to inform you of a development last night that I was not able to inform you before you called the meeting off, and because I wasn't sure if...
That's fine. Just what's the information?
The people that Mr. Walker had shown were not the complete list. I have gleaned that she was trying to edit some of those and skip some of those information, and had, from what I have observed, managed to copy the footage into a hard drive. However, I was unsure about calling her out on that, considering the fact that I wasn't sure if you were privy to that fact, or if she had given, if it was part of your collaboration, or...
No, I think you made an excellent decision that shows, excellent judgment. Do you have the hard drive with you?
Fortunately not, sir.
Are you able to go retrieve it and bring it back here?
I think Mr. Walker has it.
Okay. Do you know what was contained or what was trying to be edited or?
I've seen 4 or 5 other individuals that was not part of our meeting from last night.
Are you able to give a description or any information you have on them? Do you have anything? Did you note anything down?
And then he brings out a notepad. We have an individual who is blonde. She looks to be quite tall, stunning. Has the semblance of the one Delilah Jones. However, it's not Delilah Jones. They just seem to have the same aesthetic.
Interesting.
So unsure whether there's a relation or not. The other one is what seems to be the young girl with bubble pink hair.
Yes, we're across her.
Oh, so that was informed on you. There's one lady with the short haircut with blonde highlights on her hair, and she wore a lot of feathers.
Interesting. No worries at all.
And there's this individual with another blonde hair who looks to be a soldier, maybe ex-soldier, maybe some kind of training. The way she stands is very telling. And she was captured in the garage, at least the parking lot area.
No worries. So you don't have any images of them at all? Just the description?
Just the description, sir.
No worries.
Does that sound like the people that were at the casino?
It definitely sounds like some of them at least.
Yeah.
If not all of them. If you sat down with a sketch artist or one of the people upstairs, do you think you could be able to get an accurate image of them?
I can try, sir.
Beautiful. That's excellent work, Jackson. Well done. You made the right decision in regards to Vera. In terms of, when we have all the information, we can speak to Vera about everything. I get the feeling she's a bit of a, don't come to me with unless you've got absolutely everything. So just run it by me. But you made the right decision.
Thank you, sir.
But if head upstairs, maybe have a chat to one of the sketch artists and we'll see what we can do, and we'll finish up in here.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful, thank you. And as he left, cool. So we have a bit more of information as well. I was sent this video. If someone could lock the door as well before we play this. And
Check to make sure there's no listening bugs or anything in this room.
yeah, it's a bit strange, but I'll show you and I'll play the video of the centurion fighting the lion that we received. But I guess this is accurate. It's bizarre.
See Aaron in the video fighting what seems to be a lion.
When did you get this?
Last night.
Last night.
In terms of I doubt it's right. It's the time period this is occurring right now. I think this is a previous video. It's the likelihood of Aaron traveling those 3 hours and then combating a large predatory feline doesn't really add up. But as you can see, she seems to be availing herself pretty well against it. So in terms of danger, I think it's more whoever encounters her is probably going to be in more danger than she herself is in right now.
They certainly will be at some point. Do you think it's truly wise for us to go and see these Fae when I have a lead on the location as to Aaron?
Yeah, I don't trust Vera as far as I can throw
No.
her. This is dodgy as hell.
Certainly not. It's not so much I think in terms of wisdom, while obviously ensuring Aaron's safety is a priority, in terms of just previous history, it might be best that if we let someone who is less personally invested in Aaron, maybe they can do some preliminary work just to be a bit more objective. We don't want to have a situation where Aaron's maybe put in more danger because we've jumped the gun than if someone maybe is able to offer more of an impartial view.
I don't know. Feels a bit wrong to be going to an event when we've got this right here, doesn't it?
I had the location of the person tracked overnight via the necklace that she left behind.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe we should follow up on that.
If you're If you believe that Mr. Locke is compromised when it comes to Aaron, perhaps Tanya and I could go have a look.
Potentially, I'm not going to instruct if you truly want to follow through with this. I mean, I understand the personal stakes in it, but I think that it might be more beneficial for a team to at least go do the preliminary search of the area and then come to us with more strategic information. If we assume that wherever this location this individual has gone to ground in is some sort of Coliseum establishment, they've obviously got some security. If we appear and someone that they know searching for them, the likelihood of them packing up and escaping is a lot more likely than if just a generic team are doing a flyby and search. At the very least, they can maybe confirm the location is there, and if we get confirmation that they're there, I can promise you we'll drop what we're doing to head there immediately. But there's more than just one individual's life at stake, especially in terms of the Fae, that your skills might be required for. But again, if you truly, this is where you want to have your focus purely go to, I won't countermand it, as I need you focused and on point. So it's a question of whether you feel you can do that, be who we require you to be here, or whether you need to be that person out there, and whether you have it in you to put that aside if we go out into the desert and to this location.
Mr. Locke thinks of this over for some time, quite clearly battling within themselves as to the course of action that they want to take before eventually, begrudgingly, they nod. Okay.
As I said, I will be kept apprised the entire time. I'll send a team. We do have technology that can scan underground. Like we could send a few out there. Just whoever's down there likely will probably just assume it's a random sweep, and they're not going to close up. Also, in terms of a lion, I mean, I haven't been to the library in a little while, but they're not normally native to this region. So surely there must be some paper trail of someone bringing a lion into the desert. So that's maybe something we can
I
do.
might be able to make some calls on that front. Yeah, I might be able to make some calls on that and see if I have any contacts who might have heard something, because there's only so many places.
Yeah, silvers aren't supposed to come through for a while.
Any resources that we do not specifically need for this event that we shall be attending, I do request that.
Absolutely, without question.
Do we know the location and purpose of this coma event?
No,
at
that's
all?
strange. The Fae kind of, I mean, there's no formal agreement, and for the love of God, please never create a formal agreement with the Fae. But as a majority, it's more they leave behind a trail of teenagers with weird stories of UFOs and some extremely good illicit substances and bodies. So I think this would be more of a case of we're making sure that things are good. But I think the biggest scenario, the greatest thing that we need to focus on is we now have the Society of Leopold here hoping to quote unquote collaborate, while also at the same time unwilling to volunteer all the information. The fact that there's 3 members of the Society of Leopold gone AWOL from an inside job.
And do they think they're going to be at that event?
I don't know, and that's the thing, I'd rather just keep an eye on here. There's also, I might have, Tanya, if you've got the time, there's a protocol for internal investigations to be done as well. That might be something that in some spare time we'll have a look at, because unfortunately I've had many encounters with members of the Second Inquisition who, when they say an inside job is being performed, 9 times out of 10 it's because they performed the inside job. There was a time once that, if you believe it or not, there was a button to release every cell next to the cells in question. So unfortunately, the greatest threat to humanity 9 times out of 10 as well is us. So let's just make sure we keep all our own resources in check. Let's assume until we have reason to trust Vera that we can't trust Vera.
I'll make
Especially
there.
this association, this Deacon Winters is a name I've come across before. Even during just through records. His reputation is not one unknown to me. Very fortunately, the Ark is now a location focused to understanding and the betterment of the fight against the supernatural. Deacon Winters is a relic of a bygone age of, if you think about the First Inquisition, it was not violent and bloody enough for Deacon Winters. If anything, the Second Inquisition would be just an absolute rot of tyranny. We would be dragging people in and torturing them and branding them. The fact that this individual has gone AWOL is not surprising whatsoever.
Do you have any suspicions on what his involvement with Haley is?
No. Seriously, the likelihood as well of him, I think in this situation, it's more likely that Haley was probably has some information that he wants. I don't really understand the full complexity of what their relationship might be, but we'll find out as well. As I said, the main priorities we have at the moment are we have confirmed blank bodies, so we have stage 1 occurring right now with everyone running through the algorithms. I have no doubt they'll yield some results, and we can move to stage 2, which is direct engagement to varying degrees. But other than that,
All right.
I guess we have a Fae party to go to. A Fae rave of sorts. Did you want? I'll meet you all at the car park unless anyone had anything else they wanted to raise or discuss.
I would like to just go and... I need to make a phone call.
Yeah, that's fun. Please grab all your gear. I think we're heading off. This shouldn't.
Do we want to do this? Whatever. Like, do we need to do your thing first?
Oh, well, these are. That's the staff will be handling those.
Okay.
Yeah, let's. We'll meet at the car park. Assume that this is more of a surveillance engagement, as much as I'm loath to say that, but also at the same time, it seems that every surveillance engagement turns into a goddamn open firefight and a political mess for me. So let's try and blend in.
Feels pointed.
See, I think we're about to reach one of the very rare cases where Tanya's going to blend in the best.
Fantastic.
It's going to be a good time. Locke, I'll make sure and anything comes in, you're immediately kept in the loop.
Thank you. Whilst we're preparing, would you be able to give Tanya a rundown on the most effective
Fae.
weaponry against Fae?
Yeah. It unfortunately varies. Fae's a very umbrella term. There's a specific substance referred to as cold iron that works very well against them. But at the same time, I think come loaded with standard ammunition with reserves of cold iron, because a lot of the time just holding the substance is enough to piss them off. We want to make it clear we're not here to threaten them. We're just here to make sure that they're not threatening us. In terms of hunt, I haven't really. It's very rare you ever need to hunt a Fae. They don't really go rogue that often. They're more like. Don't get me wrong, it's a pain and it's a massive headache, but they're usually here for a good time, not a long time.
So, cold iron
Bullets.
ordnance? Yep.
Yeah, there will be some in their armory. It's not that rare. It's not difficult to get.
I can definitely source some. I can organize something with that. That's fine.
I'm sure I don't need to say this. Please don't smoke anything. Please don't snort anything. Please do not formally agree to anything. Please eat everything. Please stock up on food and resources beforehand. Do not eat or drink anything when we're there.
When a Fae asks if they may have your name, they may not.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, standard answer to any question is I don't answer questions.
I see no comments.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah. That will be best. The last thing, there was an episode once and we had to purge the entire records because an agent's name disappeared. I still don't remember what they were called originally. It's a nightmare. Let's not have it happen again.
Terrifying. Okay. Can Tanya go and source those bullets and call her contact
Yep.
in the black market about who brought
Lions.
in a lion through the...
Check their
Local
Facebook group.
ports.
Panthers in Alice Springs.
Yeah.
Dr. Yue actually has a specialty in black market. Can she go assist?
You're gonna listen in on the conversation with? Are you gonna let Dr. Yu?
If Tanya knows. If Tanya knows that Dr. Yue is there, she won't. She'll go to her lab to have the conversation. Yeah. So I've got 5 dots.
Yeah, I already saw her.
So yeah, can I call my contact?
Yeah. And then it rings once, twice, and then after the 3rd ring, they pick up and they say, "Hey, baby girl, what's up?"
Hi, babe. Okay, so slight sticking point. So tiny problem has come up, and I have found out that someone has been moving animals through a local port somewhere, and I've got a thing. I don't move my stuff through ports that deal in animals or humans. So I want to know who the hell is moving large animals, like lions through the local ports. Can you help?
Oh. Can you be specific on this lion?
Like big cat. Like
Well, if that's the case, so not, that Australia has a really big biosecurity thing happening right now. Cannot import any animals through any borders, of course.
not legally, I know.
Not legally. However, there are ways. Are you sure it's a lion that you saw?
I'm pretty positive, babe. I know a lion when I see one.
Was it definitely a lion? Is it just a big cat?
Well, how do I say? Do you know of the location?
Somewhere out in the desert.
Oh, if it's in the desert, the only big event that could actually move the kind of animal around would be, that event.
Right, that event that I'm totally familiar with. Just run the name past me one more time.
Babe, it's coma.
Yeah, I thought it might be. Okay.
Why do you want passes to coma?
Oh, we've already got passes to coma, babe, don't you?
I do. Question, who gave you the passes to coma?
Babe, you know I never give away a secret for free.
Oh, I love that. Well, I'm not gonna ask any more questions.
Okay, so I will always cut you in and I'll give you more than your fair share. Do you know who at Coma might have brought in a lion?
Well, I know one.
You know one? Fucking give me a name. Babe.
Well, their name is Cal.
Cal, they sound hot.
He's an old man, but he's a gentleman.
He's rich?
He's rich.
Nice.
He owns a casino.
Like the local casino?
Yeah, the casino.
Right. You reckon he's the one with the big kitty?
Yeah. I mean, how do I explain this? Should I let you know?
Go on.
You're my
Don't
yeah.
don't stop.
Of course. Well, okay, I'll let you know. I'll let you in. So I'm one of the organizers of this event.
You've been holding out on me, babe.
Well, it's supposed to be a big secret.
Okay, well, do you know who is it definitely him who brought in the lion? And did he come through our local ports?
It is the thing. It's not the lion. And
It's not a
through the
lion?
ports.
What is it then?
I can't say.
You can. Don't.
can't. Now you won't believe me even if I say.
I will, babe. How long have you known me? When have I never not believed you? Double negatives.
I hate this.
I love this. This is the best.
Well, okay, so I don't think that I'm crazy.
I would
Not
never.
crazy, I'm not the Lulu. I know that, that lion is just a big cat. It's just a cat. It's one of those fake creatures. And so I would not suggest that,
Well, that's good to know that no one's been shifting like dodgy shit through our ports.
Oh no, of course not.
That was uncomfy for a little bit there.
No. I wouldn't allow that anyway.
Can you hook us up with like VIP passes? Because
Yes,
like we've got
of
regular,
course.
but like if you can hook me up with VIP, you know I'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, is it just you?
Me, I've got like some friends who are like keen on coming, but like I don't want to say anything unless I can like get them like backstage passes, you know?
Yeah, of course. How about you go to this location and I'll have my guy, give you the passes and escort you to the event.
Sounds fab. Who's the guy? Do I need to know?
Yeah, his name is Duke.
Duke. He sounds hot.
Just say that Candy sent.
Okay, I will. All right, babe, I'll talk to you later. Can you send me through those passes?
Hey, of
All right,
course.
bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Tanya's gonna hang up and just be like, fuck. And she's going to come back in and
Amazing.
basically not go into that conversation at all, but be like, I have information.
Please tell.
Please share.
Well, basically, my contact thinks it might be a fake creature, not an actual lion, which is. I don't know how to feel about that. But basically, I can get us VIP passes. We have a contact with a man named Duke who will be at the location when we get to this place we're supposed to meet with them. I can go and meet and get the passes solo if you guys don't want to be in contact, but I will have enough backstage passes for all of us.
Ding. You do receive a message afterwards, and it is from that number saying that be prepared. It's a 3-day event. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I think Tanya's just gonna send back like, "You're the best," XXXX, and like.
So this contact of yours thinks the cat is a fake creature.
Yeah, not apparently a real lion, which, no animal cruelty going on, I guess. That's a plus.
Is Tristan aware of a relation of any big cats that are also associated with Fae in the library?
Ooh. Did Tristan start to investigate? I'd say you have to roll for it.
That's fine. What role?
Intelligence and occult.
Sure.
But we now have a fork in the road. Do we use
That's worse than
Vera's
that.
contact or do we use your contact?
I'm going to willpower reroll.
Excellent.
Where's my pen gone?
That's right.
It's right there. 5 successes.
With 5 successes, you would know that there is a fake creature specifically called it's been called many names throughout the centuries. However, you are looking for something associated with a big cat. Yes.
Yeah, it's more cross-referencing big cat and association with Fae as a.
There would be one that has an image of a 3-headed lion, body of an eagle, and tail of a scorpion.
Interesting. A chimera of sorts.
Chimera of sorts.
Cool. That's.
Is that a cold iron situation?
It is. It's an interesting one. I don't really know why the Fae would be shipping chimeras a bit, but it does make things a bit more interesting. I think we're looking less now at I'm sure it's still a big Fae rave, whatever going on, they're all going off, but more like a goblin market scenario of we're probably some of us should take the appearance of prospective buyers as opposed to trying to blend in.
It did look like a coliseum.
Yeah, it's very strange. But it's a good opportunity as well because the fair or anything
A
there.
spectacle or some sort of sporting event.
Yeah, there's fair out there that'll do anything for a couple of dollars. So, here we go.
I can probably pass as somebody who's looking to buy things if it's sort of a market type situation.
It's very. I think in terms of the fae, it's a good bet to assume that as a majority they know more than you do. So when we go there, especially, I'm not going to press too hard on who this contact is, but a good assumption is that if we arrive, they know who we are and they know we're looking for something at least. So they shouldn't, unless we give them reason to attack us. Ideally, they shouldn't, unless they've already been paid to be on the lookout for us. So.
Well, the good news is that it sounds like both of our options, what we wanted to do, they are going to be the same thing now.
Well, at least we're on the same, pulling a thread that will hopefully give you some solace, Locke, as well. It's a pain dealing with the Fae, but you know what? That's why we get paid what we get paid.
Actually, I'm like, I think hearing like that's why we get paid. I think Tanya's going to just like remember and go onto her phone and just transfer Candy like a bunch of cash.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you're the best. XOXO.
Cool. Well, all right. It's not what I fear when you mentioned the Fae. It's not exactly what I feared. So let's head out. Let's go find Vera's probably waiting.
Okay, I'm gonna just go and grab that ammunition stuff that I need to grab. Normal ammo, I think incendiary ammo and cold iron ammunitions.
Yep.
Do I need to roll for that, or will Tanya
You'll
have that?
have that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is it possible to like make like daggers or sort of like that kind of weaponry with cold iron, or is that?
It is. You got to forward. Like I'm sure we'd probably have like cold iron's not exactly hard to. It's just a special forging process. It's not really rare.
Mm-hmm. And there's probably specialized
Yeah,
gear
we have
for
face
that.
stuff, but
Yeah.
it doesn't get used very often.
Yes,
Well,
we are
I'm
all
wondering
dusty
if
at this
I
point.
think Tanya might grab like a small sort of like dagger for each of the crew, just so they have something in case they can't use their
Mr.
weaponry.
Locke will probably
Here's what
also
I prepared
grab
earlier.
another cold iron dagger as well.
Yeah.
Make sure you keep it in the hilt, even unless you absolutely have to. They will
They'll sense
probably
it.
get a bit. Oh, they'll know it's there, and just make sure it's clear. It's a precaution. We bring it.
Can it be like? Can we sort of have them sort of like hidden in boots and?
No, they'll know it's
Things
there.
like that? Oh, okay,
be
they'll
able to
know.
tell.
Okay.
They'll tell it's there. But they think of them more like a traveling circus. They're hopefully just stopping through, but I'm sure we have some stuff that they want. Again, no one agree to anything. Please.
They may not have your name.
Yeah. All right, let's go meet Vera.
Do we have to? Can we not just like
No, I wish.
roll out without?
That's right, and we're helping until we're not. But I will also requisition a team, maybe with I forgot what the device is. I think it's called a BPD, the underground, like more sonar, just to do a flyover and do some preliminary surveillance of. Let's call it Rome, underground Rome. Code name Underground Rome. You are.
Right.
And I guess we're gonna need like a helicopter or something to get to the location that I've got to go meet this Duke dude.
Oh yeah. Is it
the,
far?
the location itself is just in the city.
Oh, all right. Well, can I?
It's
We are
actually
not taking the chopper to the city. Not again.
You never let me do anything fun. Can I, like, I don't want Vera knowing about my contact. Essentially.
That's right. We'll
Can I take a car? Do one of you guys want to come with me to get my?
I would love to go on a road trip.
Yeah. So
Unless
if you guys want to finish getting ready, I can go and get these passes if it's just in the city before we leave.
We'll meet you at the front of Coma.
Yeah. No,
Okay. Well, you want to
Oh,
at the front of Coma? Like you're gonna take the chopper and go without us?
The chopper, it's in the city as well.
Is Coma in the city or is this?
Oh,
Oh, it's
Isn't
not
that in the
city?
desert?
yeah.
Yeah,
Coma's in the
Coma's in the
desert.
desert.
Oh.
My contact's in the city, but Coma's in the desert.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was like, let me go and get these passes.
That's fine. Yeah, you guys go do that. We'll go, I guess,
Yeah.
requisition the helicopter.
Interesting.
Necessary. But, well, how long would it take to drive to Coma?
You don't know the exact location of that.
Oh, okay. Well, let's.
Well,
maybe
well
wait.
when I
Let's
get
wait
the
for
passes,
tickets.
well, they'll say, right? Like,
Sure. Is Coma? Well, does Jackson know where Coma? If I call Jackson, fine. You guys go get your tickets.
Yeah, I'm gonna
find
go and do
Jackson
that.
we can do this. That's fine.
Yeah, and Mr. Locke will
Yeah.
suit up and
pick it up. I got like a bunch of stuff. My lab, me lab, lab.
Milab is the
Mojo
technician.
Dojo Hustle Lab.
Yeah, my Mojo Dojo laboratory is your Mojo Dojo laboratory.
Professor Tristan's gonna take a whole bunch of Panadol. not because he has a headache.
Love it.
He's just preparing.
So let me get this straight. You're splitting up.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going with Tanya? Okay.
Road trip.
All right.
I think Tanya's just gonna be on the way there. Are you driving or am I driving?
Dr. Yue has very minimal driving skills.
Okay, I guess I'm driving. Tanya's gonna be like, don't give them your name. You should come up with an alias.
Yeah.
What name do you want to go by?
Oh.
Apparently the student meeting is Duke, which I don't know why. It's like, it sounds like a really, like a cool alias. So, and like my contact is like Candy. She calls me Kiki. It's fine. It's a whole story. It's not important. What should I introduce you as?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, I mean, you know this, right, Hania? Dr. Yue is already a alias.
Yeah, but it's like the one that she goes by all the time. Like, you don't want to just be introducing yourself as that to just everybody.
Well, it does mean the moon in my language.
could call you
so
Luna.
maybe we can. Let's do that.
Okay, yep, that's cool. Sorted. Done. Let's
Maybe I
go.
can be Lulu. Lulu and Kiki.
I'm glad.
Don't, I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, so we're going there. We're gonna go meet Duke.
This is great.
Are you playing any music in this car?
You know I am. It's like Taylor Swift, just blasting. Like, Taylor Swift or like just like trance.
We got Lulu,
or like
Kiki, and
remix.
Tay Tay. All on a road trip.
Yeah, it's probably
That's
honestly
the-
it's more like it's like probably just like horrible dance music and Taylor Swift just on shuffle.
As the group, at least these two drive away with the song, please dancing away to Taylor Swift. We move our camera towards Professor Tristan and Mr. Locke.
Did they just drive like right next to? Like they went to the car park, hopped in front of Vera,
Yeah.
cranked Tay Tay, and drove off.
I was like,
Yes.
can I please take the red one? Can I take the red
You can
car,
take
please?
it with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone else just sits there.
Let me take the Mustang.
So they're off on a scouting mission.
In the Mustang.
In the Mustang.
Believe it or not, it is actually accurate camouflage for them. I don't remember. In terms of the very few times I've ever had to, I'm loath to say engage with the Kuei-jin, I personally have to say one of the last places I would look for one of them is in a red Mustang. It's so overt, it's covert. But they are sourcing some additional resources in regards to a potential Fey incursion. Have you ever hunted one of the Fey? Walker?
Plenty.
Really?
They're actually my specialty.
They're your specialty. Please, I would love to hear a story of the most successful hunt you've had.
There was one, especially this one small town over in my hometown. Small kids have started to have nightmares. Their dreams are just being taken away slowly. It was back when I was still I'd say, young hunter, still new to the business and all that. And Vera started to look quite sad, almost, through her stoic face. But she continues. I don't know if you had much dealings with them. However, I, at that time, was incredibly naive. And I lost someone important to me.
It's a rare type of fae for someone for them to physically take someone. Well, I mean, actually, no, that's not true. That's any type of fae. For them to kill somebody.
Didn't kill them.
Oh, what did
Took
they?
part of their humanity, though.
Yeah, one of those ones. Do you feel that if you were to join us alongside this, that you would be able to objectively deal with the ones that I believe we're going to go encounter are less of the take away your humanity and more offer information for a price?
Yeah. The contact I have is actually Faye.
A specific type of fae, maybe? What?
She deals more with money.
Really?
Well, she takes any information you can give. However, as in her words, adults are kind of disgusting. It's like a day-old sandwich.
Fair enough. Is this the contact you referenced earlier, or is this a contact in regards to today and this engagement here?
No, this is my engagement here.
Okay.
It's different.
Has your Fae contact, given you any information on the comings and goings of Coma at all? The location, not the person?
At this point, I'd imagine that you are already driving towards the city as well.
Yeah, we are.
Vera.
We have no
Fixer.
music on, by the way.
Definitely not.
There is no music.
Vera shakes her head, says, no. I guess I was baited into it. Dropping the name Coma. Obviously, my brother had the YouTube channel. I thought it was pertaining to that. However, apparently it's not. I do not suggest letting my contact know that we are hunters. Because as far as she is concerned, we are workmates, friends. She does not know I'm a hunter.
Mr. Locke is sitting there looking very the picture of a hunter.
Please leave all your weaponry and
Oh god, cue the montage of
Yeah, that's
everything
not
Mr.
gonna
Locke
happen.
was behind.
everything.
Maybe.
She does know that I work in the military, so
Okay,
any of that. But however, hunting business is
that's all right. Well, we're not hunters; we're researchers. And Locke.
researcher and
And
law.
Locke.
You're a researcher in your bodyguard.
The
Yeah.
research that we do is very dangerous.
Yes, all researchers nowadays. I don't think the last time I did research that wasn't terrible. What's your contact's name? What do we refer to them as?
Trixie.
Of course. Every fae has to have a name that thinks of... Every fae name reminds me just of the words bubblegum pink. I don't know why. It's a fae thing.
Oh my god, can't wait to see her.
I know the fae, just more like damn near all supernaturals, have different classifications. Have you identified which subspecies of fae Trixie is?
I have. However, I don't suggest that you look too hard into that.
Interesting answer. Is there
I do not want this trust between us to be gone, considering the fact that Trixie has been a very talkative source of information.
all right? Fair enough.
However, if she does try to sell you a house,
No, I
I
don't have a
recommend
house.
not to take
I
it.
don't have a house.
However, if you do have the funds for it, go, I guess.
I mean, I have the funds, but not the funds for a house.
Yes.
I don't need a house. I live in a giant underground secret military installation. It's not for sale. I'm sorry.
So sad.
All right. Well, how does Trixie get in contact with you? Like, how does is it just by phone or?
By phone.
Interesting.
Just like everything else in the modern times.
You'd be surprised.
How do you contact others?
I don't contact Faye.
Is it one of those cool things that you're trying to do where I don't contact them, they contact me?
No, I just don't have a Faye contact.
I mean, if the conversation goes well, maybe you can take Trixie as a contact. Who knows?
Maybe.
If she's as useful as you are suggesting she is, that might be of benefit to us.
Right, at this point in time, let's bounce the camera back to Tanya and Dr. Yue, who had arrived at the location. It's outside this pub, a small pub. In the intersection, there's the Kino and Tab signs outside, and it just looks like a regular small town pub. There's some people milling around smoking outside. However, once you park the car, they start looking at the car.
I would like to activate Ghost Sight. I get hungry.
Interesting.
Tanya's gonna, like, before Tanya gets out of the car, just put on, like, a regular face mask.
Right, you activate your ghost sight, however, it does not reveal anything around you.
No supernatural, no fae.
No. There's a bunch of mortals currently looking around the car and talking about the car.
Oh, Tanya, look at the wheels on that thing.
I assume we have a good what do you call it, anti-larceny system installed.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And yeah, I think Tanya's gonna get out of the car. And do I know, like, has Candy told me anything about what Duke looks like?
No.
I think then Tanya's just gonna go up to, like, these people, and be like, which one of y'all is Duke?
And some of them just point towards the inside. Like, hey, Duke's inside.
Yeah,
For the bartender.
Yeah, I think Tanya's just gonna, like, yeah, like lock the car, be like, I can see you're wanting to take photos with it. If you want, you can. Like, just don't damage the like, don't damage the paint. And then Tanya's just gonna head inside.
With Dr. Yue.
Dr. Yue will follow closely.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside the guys are all taking pictures with the car and saying like, hey, does it look like I own this if I go this way?
Tanya's just gonna head inside.
Inside there are a bunch of people. Once again, smells heavily like smoke. However, there is one bartender at the back who is just polishing the spilled drinks. Looks to be a gaunt man wearing actually a suit, strangely enough.
I think Tanya's gonna go up to the bar and sort of like, is there like stools at the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna jump on a stool and be like, sorry, I just whacked the microphone. Apologies. I think she's gonna be like, Duke?
Yes, sir?
Kiki, I think you have something for me.
Oh, yeah. Actually, here. And he turns around, rummages through the cupboard, and produces, how many did you ask for? 4. And he turns back around and then grabs 4 envelopes. It's black, and outside of it says coma. Here you are.
Candy said you were good. I think,
Yeah, mate. If you want to go to the event, I'd suggest you go now. It's already halfway over, at least the first day.
yeah, I think we'll probably have to hustle. Any suggestions on quickest way to get there?
Well, there is the bus.
Ugh.
It's already free. It's all part of the whole thing. You'll
Public
be there in a
transport, though.
jiffy.
There in a jiffy. Well, okay, I think Tanya's just gonna like get like a little envelope of.
Would you happen to have like a little attractions map, like a tourist guide?
Oh, that's gonna be there at the place itself. All I can do is give you the envelope. The address is actually here, so if you'd like to wait for the bus to get to the location, you'll be transported there.
Transported, you say? And would you happen to know what kind of activities are going on at this event?
Nah, mate.
That is most unfortunate.
Do you have anything else that you can help us with, or is this just
Nah,
it?
it's just an invitation.
Well, thanks so much, Duke. Love your work. You have a good night. And Lily, let's go. That's you, babe. Let's go.
I would actually like to, as I head out the door with Tanya, inspect the envelopes for any signs of supernatural activity.
Yep. With your ghost sight on, it just seems like it's just a normal envelope with it's black envelope with the words coma written at the back.
There's like no instruction, no if you open this envelope you agree to blah 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 blah.
No.
Sounds fair.
Yeah. Should we rip one open and see what's
Let's
inside?
do it. You want to do the honors? You want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay, you go.
And I take out the content.
Yep. The contact just says coma event. Location pickup is, Alice Springs CBD, specifically right outside of this bar, of this pub, and it says it's a 3-day event. Please bring your clothes. If you do not have any clothes, it will be provided to you.
Yeah.
And all food and drinks are provided within the lodging.
Oh yeah, that
This
sounds
sounds.
that sounds safe.
bad.
From the
Yeah,
way.
we're gonna wake up in a bathtub full of ice.
There's a scar, but all my
All the
organs are still here, but my soul is gone.
Like there's no destination, no.
Okay, so
Itinerary.
so we have to take the bus to get to this place by the sounds.
Yeah, because otherwise we don't know the location.
Yeah. I wonder if that's something that Vera can get for us, or if Vera's going to put us on a bus as well.
Yeah.
Tanya just wants to avoid public transport if she can.
Yeah.
Um,
Dr. Yue will take out our phone and see if there's been any updates from the professor.
is there obviously a VIP pass in here? So it's not just a normal pass, it's VIP pass.
The paper that's been used to print out this whole thing is obviously extremely expensive. There's even gold flakes in there as well.
Oh.
Fancy.
It's extremely fancy.
Yeah, I think Tanya's what do you reckon the clothes they'd be providing you with are? They're probably
Oh,
real
no.
basic, right?
Yeah, maybe like something cultists would wear.
Yeah, it feels a bit culty.
Yeah. So we should definitely stock up on clothing, food, drinks.
I wonder if we can tail the bus so we don't have to get on the bus. Because I don't want to wake up in a bathtub. I'm just...
Need to tail the bus in a bright rain bus.
Look. What's the last sort of card that they would expect to be tailing them? Big brain.
That's fair.
Right?
Dr. Yue would like to message the professor and say passes acquired.
And as you message that, we will bounce the camera towards the professor and Mr. Locke. The place that at least Vera had brought you towards is called Sporty's Bar and Bistro. Seems to be a local pub in the area as well. And inside is quite bright with a lot of people eating. However, you do not go in, you stay outside where the outside seatings are. And Vera walks up to... The first thing you notice is just pink. It reminded you of Tanya. For just a second, it looked like Tanya. Because
I'm
of all the
shocked.
pink.
I'm just absolutely blown away at this.
It's just pink from head to toe. She's wearing... This Asian lady is wearing pink earmuffs with a pink scarf, pink suit, and obviously suit pants. And this 4-inch pink high heels while she's sitting down and drinking from what looks to be like iced coffee.
Was the coffee pink?
Woman after my own heart.
Should have bought
What
her
a
a
disappointment.
strawberry iced coffee.
But yeah, Vera walks up to her, blows kisses, mwah, mwah, hello, and everything else. And Vera introduces you all. So this is my friend Trixie.
Hello, Trixie. I am the professor. And this is my friend. She doesn't talk very much. How are you? How was your coffee?
Oh, you know, great after a long day. How you do? You have strange work friends, Vera. And Vera laughs. Yeah. And sits down. Well, the professor and his friend, what can I help you with?
Vera had mentioned that she had a very close friend, or a work colleague named Trixie, and we were along for the ride, so we thought we'd come sit down and maybe have a coffee as well, if we can join
Yeah.
in.
Would you? I mean, you can order anything you'd like. It's on me.
Oh, that's all right, and I appreciate that, but especially the first time meeting, I couldn't accept that, but thank you.
Of course. Are you talking about the event?
That's all everyone's talking about, apparently.
Well, it's supposed to be a secret. But, well, Vera, are you bringing them a surplus ones? And Vera, makes, yeah. I mean, depends. Is there extra payment if I bring them, or? And Trixie just says, no. Just didn't expect. I thought that you would bring, fun, happy girls.
We can be fun.
I'm so sorry.
Please don't spit
Look
all
at this
over
face
them.
and tell me what's not fun.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't have any response.
Oh, I like to see that fun. Yeah, I mean, if you can be fun, can you be fun as well?
I can do my best.
He can be fun.
I can be fun.
Well, if that's the case, then sure. Okay, so already sent like 7 people up there.
Got anyone I know?
Probably.
Who are they?
Other fun people, maybe?
Yeah, they're fun people. Interesting people. Just there to sow a little bit of extra spice into the mix. And Vera just leans forward and says, spice in the mix. Spice in the mix, The event happens every year. Quite boring. We just want to add a little bit of spice.
What do you classify as spice? What's just so we make sure we're bringing as much fun as possible? What do you consider fun and spicy?
Bringing drama in, disrupting the event.
That's fun and spicy?
Yeah, that's fun and spicy.
I think we will be definitely able to provide some fun and some spice in that case.
Okay, well, what do you know about the Coma event?
It's a secret. No one's meant to know. There's a certain elite group behind it, let's just say. Definitely. Well, I've seen some videos of some of the goods in there.
Videos. That's impossible.
They're-
There's no technology allowed in the event.
Well, someone has broken the rules, and that sounds a bit fun and spicy, doesn't it?
We can bring more fun.
And spice.
Spice.
Interesting.
That's actually why this is my friend now, Mr. Spice, and I am Professor Fun.
I love this. Trixie says that as she goes and actually pulls out a notepad and says, okay, so the event is already underway.
Mm.
It's already middle. So I guess you'll end up there at the end of the night.
Probably, but isn't that when the most fun and spicy things happen?
Okay. Well, there are some rules that's gonna happen. I suggest don't bring anything except for clothing.
Really? Okay. Why is that? What about...
I mean, everything's provided. Food, drinks, everything.
Okay.
Clothing is neither fun nor spicy.
Oh, depends on the clothing.
So, rule 1 is only clothes. What's following rules?
Oh, well, the doorman would tell you. However, I don't like the doorman.
Okay, so...
Okay. So the first rule is that obviously just the clothes on your back.
Mm-hmm.
No weapons, no anything.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't try to stab anyone.
Well, it's pretty hard to do without weapons.
I know, however, some people find ways to smuggle stuff, as always. But we also have the rule number 2, which is anything goes.
So rule 1 is no clothing. Rule 2 is ignore all rules.
Not no clothing, unless you're into that.
Oh, sorry,
Professor
only clothing.
Fun.
Sorry, I got caught up in the fun. So rule 1 is only clothing. Rule 2 is ignore all rules.
Essentially,
Interesting. What's rule 3?
nothing.
There's no.
Don't talk about fun.
Yeah, you don't talk about coma. You say this happens every year. What is the purpose of the event? Is it just to have a good time? It's just
It's just. It's more off to rejuvenate the economy.
the economy.
Yes.
Rejuvenate
People
the economy.
who joined coma and after the event finishes, they did have a really lucky streak in their life.
Interesting. That
Well, some of them.
Mm-hmm. And what do you turn up to? Do we get to have you join us at the party, or are you just here? You said it was a busy day. Is there a reason you're not attending?
I'm banned from the event.
Why is that? What did you do that was so fun and spicy that you got banned from coma?
I tried to take one of the prizes, but that was such a long time ago. I can't believe that they still haven't forgiven me. However, I am allowed to invite other people in, just not me.
What was the prize you tried to take? We can try and take it again as well. We can see if we can do it.
No, I think that prize is long gone.
What was it? What was so special that you tried to get it?
Something quite innocent.
I don't believe for a second you'd try and grab something innocent.
That was a long time ago. Yes, I did try to grab something innocent and not nefarious, and I got banned for it.
Who runs coma? Who's the group that banned you?
It's the casino leader, the owner, and of course there's a bunch of bloodsuckers in there as well.
They're the worst. They're not fun at all.
No, they're disgusting.
I agree. It's actually
Well, some of them are okay, I guess.
not many.
Not many.
Do you know, we're actually trying to see, there seems to be a few at the casino. Do you know if they're the okay, are they some of the okay ones, or are they the disgusting ones?
No, depends on who you're asking.
I'm asking you.
Well, that's gonna, please buy me something before you start asking a lot of questions.
What do you want? What do you want? What can I buy you? I don't want to get you something boring. That's why I was trying to find out what this prize you wanted was, but obviously you don't need that. So what is it you do need?
How about a car?
A car.
Yeah, I
What
want
sort of car?
something pink and fast.
What about something red?
And fast.
Red also is fine.
Okay. Something red and fast. That a car's that's gonna cost a lot.
I mean, I'll give you information in exchange for that car.
I might be willing, or we might be willing to play ball for that.
Oh.
But this has got to be more than just some information. How about if we give you this car and it's yours to ride around, you let us know. We give a call, you ask, just like that car's going to keep delivering, you're going to keep getting it. We can get, I'll take your
I'll
number.
give you 10 questions you can ask, and I will answer honestly
Then
in
you can
exchange for a
take
car.
10 drives in the car.
I think by that point the car would have been burned, but yeah.
If you don't know the answer to the question,
You can ask again.
yeah, you don't get to. That doesn't count for the question. Then.
Yes.
Deal. All right. This is 10 questions is enough to get you a fast car. To bet you this car. This is a fun and spicy car. I need to know that you're not going to cause any problems while driving this car, because
Obviously not. I'm just going for a drive.
interesting.
I don't harm people.
Oh, no. I'm just not.
I think I am.
No, it's more just I think you're that fun that you might scare them a little bit.
No. There's no people in the desert. Have you seen the desert? It's amazing to drive during the night. There's nothing except for the road trains and maybe some kangaroos and wallabies or a cow. Maybe a herd of cows in the middle of the road, but aside from that,
They can be quite dangerous if you're
Yes.
driving fast.
One more request, and this is a deal for both of us. You don't tell anyone that we have this agreement, and I don't tell anyone that we have this agreement.
of course. And that includes 1, 2, 3. You cannot tell all 3 of you that we have this agreement, just as I cannot tell anybody we have this agreement.
No one can find out. Deal?
Deal? Shake on it.
Please reiterate all the rules of this agreement before you shake on it.
Before we shake on this, let me make sure I have the keys for this car. The car's not actually currently in the shop.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right car.
All right. And as you say that, you do hear a ping or vibration on your phone. And if you check it, you would get the message from Dr. Yue saying passes has been acquired.
I'll text back saying, excellent. What is the location? No, let's apologize to Trixie saying, sorry, I'm organizing the car.
Of course.
And I type back, not disclosed on invite. Transport arranged by host.
The Feyhound bus.
Strangely enough, not one of the, that's actually original because the other people also had different names for it.
Ours is the best name. All right. Well, some tickets have been acquired for Coma for us, some backstage tickets. But let me just find out what's happening with the car, and I'll text me is the Mustang with you?
Are we sitting in the Mustang?
Yeah.
I think Tanya was heading back to SI.
You're driving currently.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we're in the Mustang.
All right. What car we brought? We could fit everyone in the car. Alrighty. I will text the bar we're at. Can you please bring the Mustang to here and wait outside?
All right. I GPS the address.
Of Sporty's Bar and Bistro.
Did we get back to SI before we got this text, or were we still just leaving
you're
the bar?
still leaving the CBD itself.
Okay.
Is the two bars close to each other?
Or can I
Yeah, it's
go back
quite
to SI
near.
before?
No.
No.
SI is 20 minutes away by driving.
Sigh.
The bar that they messaged is 5 minutes away. You
Easy.
can actually walk there.
Ooh, maybe that's no. Bring the car.
Just because I've just had a thought. I can do disguise delivery if we are not allowed to have weapons. I can disguise our weaponry as other stuff to make them sort of traceable. But I don't have anything on me that would be that right now. Do you want me to go back to SI to grab things that don't look like weapons so we can give up all our weapons before we go to this place?
No, I guess probably not. No, I reckon we'll be alright.
I don't want to go anywhere with no weapons.
You can bring that. We'll leave them. We're getting weapons in. Don't worry. We've got backstage passes.
We're VIP.
Be fancy. I will ask Trixie though. Be like, so you've said people have smuggled other cars, alright? It's on its way here. People have smuggled weapons in before. How have they? Like, what have they done? Have they? I'm kind of just so I can keep an eye out in case we have to deal with that.
Is that part of the 10 questions?
No, we haven't shaken yet.
I don't want to answer that for free.
How about this? All right. While we're waiting for the car, I'll ask you a question, and you can ask me a question of equal. Really?
That's
not. That's boring.
Not fun.
Oh, okay. That's
Plenty of people
okay.
have tried that just to get answers to their.
Oh, well, how about you ask me a question first, then, if you want.
Okay, what can you tell me about the strange aura around you right now?
Well, that's not really a specific question. I could tell you a lot about it. What do you want to know?
Have you been touched by other supernatural creatures?
Many times.
Biblically.
Are you bound to one?
You've already asked one question. Now it's my turn.
So strange. Oh, you are a mysterious man,
I
Professor Fun.
Told you, Professor Fun. So, the weapons. What sort is it? Are we is it normally Fae or is it kindred or what sort of supernatural normally smuggling the weapons?
I mean, you can bribe a fae to smuggle in, but there is that whole ruling regarding no weapons allowed on the door.
Of course, fair
So
enough.
the only way to smuggle one in is to bribe a fae to smuggle it not through the door, through somewhere else.
All right. Fair.
And I've had so many people try to disguise weapons, do other runs, pretend, put what's the thing? Enchant their clothing to cause harm. However, once you agree to the terms of the doorman, it's all gone.
Fair. It's the issue with bouncers and stuff like that. They tend to cause those problems.
Yeah. She makes a face and you say the bouncer.
I appreciate you answering.
No, where's the car?
Is the car here? Would they have had enough time?
Did you drive back? Did you
I
drive
mean-
straight back?
If I was told to drive back, I will have just driven to the bar, yeah.
Yeah. They would have parked in the street nearby and you would have seen it from where you're sitting.
Okay. With the cars there. So the term's 10 questions honestly asked and answered. If you don't know the answer, it does not count as one of the questions.
Yes?
No one can find out about this deal,
No one.
or from us at least. If you harm anyone in the car, then you're not allowed to harm anybody
In the car?
in association with the car at all.
Okay, so you have to list down who those are.
No, if you can't hurt anybody while you are with that car, in that car, or doing anything with the car.
Okay, so I can't hurt anybody while I'm in the car or doing anything with the car.
Or near the car.
Or
In
the
association with that car, there can be no harm associated with that car.
car. Of course.
All right. Anybody or anything. I don't want any animals getting hurt either.
I'll drive safely.
I think at this point we probably walk in.
All right.
So are they part of they cannot tell anybody about this deal? They cannot tell anybody about me either?
No, that's fine. We won't tell anybody about you.
And anything that's considered like this questioning, this whole line of questioning, you cannot tell anybody about
This is between us.
between us. Nothing can come out of this.
Well, answers will come out of it, but no one will know that you've provided the answers, and no one will know that it's in relation to the car.
Okay. Deal.
You're not going to crash the car either, are you?
I'm not gonna crashed the car.
Okay. The car, make sure.
Specifically crashed.
Well, make sure the car does not get damaged as much as possible.
What's happening?
That's quite hard to
I whisper in
promise.
Tanya's
I said
ear.
as much as possible. If you hit a tire or something, just don't.
It might burn.
One day in, and we're already
Engine-wise.
making
That's
deals
fine.
with the Fae.
That's fine.
It's like, wait, what? Sorry, I thought that was like rule number 1 is that we are.
Hush
Didn't
now.
you?
Hush now.
That's
Why?
right.
I love your fit. She's also
Dude, this is
winning.
this is a lot. This is a look.
I mean, you're also a look.
Stop it.
I love it. Pink's finally trending. Okay. So shake on it?
Deal. Okay.
Just
That
shake.
you literally just finished lecturing me about making deals with the Fae.
No, I had told that you can't make deals with the Fae.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
That will happen a lot with Faes.
Great. Well, what did you deal for?
Doesn't matter. It's worth it, trust me.
Okay.
Just trust me that it was worth it. All right, well, it was excellent doing business with you. How should I contact you if necessary? Do you have can I grab your number?
You have to ask all the 10 questions now.
That wasn't part of the deal.
I don't really give my contact numbers to others.
Well, but yet somehow you've given it to Vera. And
Oh,
Vera
Vera's
didn't
a
give you a
special
car.
case.
Really? Did Vera give you a car?
Oh no, she gave me something else.
And I put my hand on the professor's shoulder and I kind of show him a text of that's 2 questions already.
Yeah. All right. Let's ask the questions now then. Who are the others that you invited to Coma?
Oh, let's see. We got Dasha, obviously. She's my friend. She's got her friends. Did I get their names? Oh, there's that one that looks really frightening with a scar on her face. And then there's Lorna. Yes, that's her name, the pretty one. She introduced herself. And then there's the old, I can't say old. It's quite young for, I guess, a leech, but it's like a middle-aged man with his young daughter. I love her. She has pink hair. And of course, Duke, I think, has invited other ones. I think there's the one named Maxie. So Maxie asked for, I think, 6 passes? Yeah, 6 passes. And then obviously one of my contacts asked for another extra invite. So I've got another one, so that's, I don't know her name though.
In terms of the deal was that if you can't answer the question fully, it did not.
Of course. Well, that's not, I already gave you names, however.
I said, but I asked everyone invited. You did not tell me everyone you invited. You described some of the people you invited, but you did not tell me everyone you invited.
Alright, then I'm not gonna continue answering that because it is invalid.
That's fair. How can I contact those you have so far described, invited, who was Dasha, the individual with the scar on the face, Lorna, the pretty one, the middle-aged man with daughter, Maxie, and you didn't describe the others, so therefore they're not part of the question.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to find out where to contact them. Well, you can contact them via the receptionist in the lodging and the event itself. What's your next question?
What is your real name?
My real name is Trixie. That is my real name now.
Yeah, that's your name. What did Vera trade you in exchange for your services and contact?
Unfortunately, because of the deal, I unfortunately cannot speak of the other deal.
All right, fair enough.
You see Vera giving you a dirty look.
Good on her. You mentioned Dasha, scar on the face, Lorna, middle-aged man with daughter and pink hair, and Maxie, and you were unable to speak to the others. Who are they? You've mentioned their names. What are their titles or explanation on whom they are?
I would say the question's invalid because you included Maxie into the question.
Well, you mentioned Maxie earlier as well.
They are not part of that group. I mentioned different groups.
You did, but that then theoretically nulls the first question then, because the first question I asked was who did you give the invites, and you included Maxie in that. So are you saying the first question was invalid by your own definition?
Yes, it is
Therefore-
invalid.
Excellent. So I get that question back then. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I
Thank
did
you.
not count that in my questions.
Excellent. Well then, where is Deacon Winters located?
Deacon Winters is in the coma event.
Excellent. How can I contact you for future to ask the additional questions?
I cannot answer that as I don't want to be contacted in the future by you.
So you're stating that question's null and void as well.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right. What is Deacon Winters up to at Coma? What is it that he has gone there for?
For this person called Aaron.
Is it possible for us to save Erin, or is she gone?
Yes, you can save Aaron.
5 questions. What is your worst fear?
My worst fear is to disappear.
Who was the middle-aged man with the daughter with pink hair?
That's Deacon Winters.
Where is Deacon Winters based when he is not at Coma?
In a house I own, well, used to own, I've sold them. I sold it to them.
Beautiful. What is the address of this house?
I think we're over our questions.
We absolutely are not. We still have 2.
You asked the 2 questions earlier.
Mm-hmm. So,
You asked the third question
Real name is-
about the names, and it was null and void.
so 7 is for your real name, Trixie. Down to 6 is Vera trade to your services, and you said that was null and void. So we're still at 7 questions. Who are those invited? You said did not count because it included Maxie, so we're still at 7. Where is Deacon Winters at Coma? Down to 6. Why is he there for Erin? Down to 5. Can we save Erin? Yes. Down to 4. What is your worst fear to disappear? Down to 3. Who was that person? Deacon Winters, down to 2.
I was at 8.
So this is the last question I have. So what is the address of that house?
Is it 16 Stanley Crescent?
Of course it was. No worries at all.
Yes, it was 16 Stanley Crescent.
And there's only one. I'm assuming there's only one 16.
Yeah, there's
because
one last
cool.
question.
Yeah, that's cool. That's the sub, but the sub, like, I don't need to know the suburb. I guess there's only one. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's the full address. No worries. Well, the keys are in your car. Have fun and enjoy.
And she does like
No.
raise.
They're here.
No, actually, you as Tanya, you turn to give the key. It disappears from your hand into Trixie's hand.
No, you.
Still have one question?
Oh, do I? I thought that was all of them.
No?
Oh, okay. What is Deacon Winters ultimately planning? If you can answer that.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Is Erin at this coma event?
That's not why I can only ask the questions. We already know Erin's there.
She didn't confirm it.
They just said, is there for Erin.
Well, it doesn't mean that she's there.
But the video footage.
That's true. Where is Seven?
7? Who's 7?
You can't answer the question. Is that
Unfortunately, I cannot answer the
Alright,
question.
not a problem. Then, in that case, sure. Is Erin at coma?
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, while I can't contact you, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. Please feel free to give me a call if you want to, Trixie.
I'm sure we'll see each other again in the future.
The clutch sticks a little bit when you chuck it in reverse, so just like be gentle with it in reverse. She'll be fine.
Have fun.
Well, you all have fun, and I do suggest that you get to the event as the first day is ending and the doors close before the second day.
That's fine. We're on our way.
Well, you'll be there in a jiffy if you take the bus, so it should be fine. I'll see you around, Vera. You know, like Vera gives a hug. Oh, I thought it closed. Oh my god. I thought I lost my light again. As you know, Trixie gives Vera a hug and then waves all of you, Mama, goodbye. She gets into the red Mustang and revs it.
Of course she does. Well, it's her car now. Well, let's take the car. I guess we're taking the bus.
Yeah.
I'll have Jackson pick
We
the car up.
need to get clothes. I'm not dressing like a cultist for the weekend. And I'm going in as someone there to buy stuff. So I'm not wearing whatever it is that they have ready for me to wear because it's probably a one-size-fits-all situation and I don't vibe with that.
Is
you
there
got-
a clothes store nearby that's open?
Kmart's open.
Let's do a
Oof.
very quick Kmart run.
Oh, well, I've got plenty of stuff. I'm just...
But I don't know if we have time to get back and in time.
Well, if
before
the
first
thing,
day
like,
closes.
I would just be like,
40 minutes.
I have to get my meds as well. I can't just pick
Okay.
them up from anywhere.
All right.
But if you guys are coming in with me, you guys, I think like she's gonna sort of like look at side. I've got 4 passes, so we can go in. Vera, you've got
Already have
your own.
my own.
Cool.
Well, I don't know if you all are running towards back and grabbing your stuff. I'm going ahead.
Deuces. So
I'll see you.
I might go with Vera. Just
okay, I will go and get stuff. If you want to go in with Vera,
yeah. I'll meet you.
and you guys can come with me as like my associates. We're looking at buying stuff. I will make sure we look the part. So I'm gonna go grab stuff, and so you're gonna go with Vera. We're gonna take the car, go back and get our stuff, and then we're gonna get to the bus once we've got.
I'll meet you at the door as well. I'll wait for you
Yeah,
to get there before. I go.
sure.
What
Actually,
time
maybe
is
you know
it?
what? Maybe I will go with you guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try.
I'm just like, I think I'm looking.
Is
I'm letting you
expedience-
guys know that you have 2 options and go now
Mhm.
and find information,
Yep.
or take your time and that information is gone because this time.
I assume we would have grabbed your meds, like, because we knew we were leaving. Would we? Have
Yeah.
grabbed, like, we would have grabbed all, like, not the clothes. I understand we wouldn't have brought because we didn't know we needed them, but surely we would have brought your meds with us. If we brought
Okay.
weapons and gear.
All right. I
Is that
guess
fair
we
to
go to
say?
Kmart. Like, I just want to have clothes that don't look like.
But we also don't want to stand out too much. And
Yeah,
everyone
well,
else
the
is
reason I
dressed
say that is because I think Tanya's going to turn and look at Locke and just be like, you look like a police officer, babe.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead then. Vera says
Okay.
she starts to walk.
They're
over.
going to be expecting. They know who. Like there's no point trying to trick them. They once we're in there, they know who we are. So
Okay.
I think we should just go.
Yeah, Locke going
Okay.
and looking like this is fair. I agree with you, but you could
Well, you said there's a Kmart right there. Like, give me like 5 minutes.
yeah, that's fine.
I can like,
You grab what you need.
yeah, give me 5 minutes.
But
You guys go get ready for the bus. Give me 5 minutes. I can get everything I need.
I'll head in with Vera.
Yeah.
Okay. I think like Tanya's gonna like book it and go to Kmart to just grab like a ridiculous like whatever she can sort of grab in 5 minutes to make us look less military-esque.
Yeah.
What's wrong with military?
There's nothing wrong with military-esque except you're coming in as my associate and not what you've got going on. It's fine. It's great. Think of it like this way. Makeover on me.
A what now?
A makeover. We're killing time. It's about like,
That's
Tanya's
why I like
just
it.
kind of just
Good
gonna come
luck.
back to like where the bus is with just
Yeah,
like
with the-
bags of Kmart shit.
Okay.
Currently, just Vera's just standing outside of the pub from earlier with a Kino and Tab sign.
Yeah. I'll grab my pass if I can, if that's all right, and I'll meet you there.
Yep.
And there's a bus just idling away. It's black, and the door is just open.
I'll say to Vera, like, have you ever been instantaneously transported before?
Can't say I have. Why?
It's harsh on the stomach sometimes. And I'll walk in.
So you walk in, Professor Tristan. It's like you walk in and then got pushed down straight onto the.
I've transferred realities before. I know what's happening.
You what?
It's a secret. It's just me and Vera.
Dr. Yue follows closely behind the professor.
And it's the same feeling. You step forward and you're expecting to step up again. However, there's no up. It's just down to the floor. So it's more of a lurch. And if you look around, the bus is behind you. Door's still open. However, the city is gone and you are outside the wide desert, red sand, and the sky is so near and so clear that it seems that you are far away from civilization right now. There are, of course, some dots of trees around, and there is a table, what seems to be a table at the distance with an individual sitting down at the desk and chair. But with
I think Tanya's gonna be like, I have stuff. Do you want to do it now or on the bus?
On the bus.
Okie dokie.
Vera steps in as well. Who's stepping next?
Mr. Locke will follow behind Vera.
Yeah. And as you step in, it's the same feeling as what Dr. Yue and Professor Tristan and Vera had experienced. It's like a step and then being lurched forward until you are just stepping on red sands. And Vera is currently looking a little bit green as she is walking around.
Told you.
Tanya, everyone has disappeared into the bus.
I guess Tanya's gonna just like follow, I guess.
And as you step in, it pushes you out, making you step a bit more, like 2 steps forward while you're carrying your clothes, bags and stuff. And then the bus door closes. And you can see that you're not in the city anymore. You are outside, out in the desert, red sand everywhere. Sky is so clear, it's so near, like the clouds is so near that you can almost touch it.
Can I see everybody around? Like,
Yeah, everyone's around, and you see Vera looking green and walking around trying to keep it all down.
Dr. Yue is reaching up and trying to count the stars.
Mr. Locke is making a beeline for this desk.
Yeah, I'll walk with Mr. Locke. This isn't exactly as I expected. I didn't think it would be actually metaphysically hosted. Throws a bit of a spanner in the works, so everyone be on their best behavior.
Yeah, apparently it's being hosted by like the dude who owns the casino.
Yeah, no, I heard that. He apparently is a bit of a...
Yeah. You know how I was like last time? I was like, you know, I can get rid of this problem.
Yeah, let's not mention that we were going to do that. Be very careful as well, especially with the Fae. Like, words have a lot of power here and can literally hurt somebody, so...
Like, what?
Yeah. Can go up to the desk, like, alright.
Yeah. So the desk itself is just one of those plastic desks. There is a wooden box in front of her, like a envelope. Behind this desk, sitting down on plastic chair looks to be a young lady with pale blonde hair that's in a bob cut. She's wearing what seems to be a circus uniform.
Trust.
However, around her is nothing.
We are here for Coma. Here are our invitations.
Oh, good evening. You just made it in time. I was about to close up.
I'm glad we did not miss.
Well, I just have to let you guys know about our rules. My name's Nixie. I am the doorman.
Sorry, what was your name? Nixie?
Nixie.
Nixie, sorry about that. Yes, Nixie, please go ahead. What we were told of some rules prior. I'd be curious to see if they're the right ones or not.
Yes, of course. Well, the rules are, first of all, you cannot enter with anything else aside from the clothes on your back. If you do bring clothes, it will be stashed away into your lodgings. If you did not bring clothes, do not worry, as we will prepare clothes depending on your taste, and if you do not like the clothes, you may always request it from the reception.
We have...
There is a no weapon rule, no
Also-
technology rule, and so all of that will be confiscated upon entry.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Nixie. One of our associates here, from where we're from, requires medication. Is that going to remain a requirement here to your knowledge, or does that need to be confiscated as well?
Oh no, if it is part of their well-being, then it will be provided.
No worries at all. So, items that associated with well-being and sentimentality is like I have.
Sentimentality is no.
No, that's completely fine. Well, we'll straight, I guess, the clothes on our back.
Yep. And aside from that, the second rule is that anything goes.
Yep, I appreciate it. Is it in that order as well?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
I will do warn you, however, that the night has been quite rocky, and so I would suggest to just keep an eye on your surroundings. We do not want any more unnecessary injuries to occur. And please, if you are going to harm any of the cast members, the equivalent consequences will be dealt out.
Understood.
But yes, if you are agree to my terms, please put your envelope into the box and tell me that you accept my terms.
I'll put...
Making a deal with the Fae.
Yes, to a degree, but that's a deal you can make. I'll put the envelope and go, I accept the rules as you have stated them.
Who are the cast members?
Employees of
Employees of
the event.
How do we identify them?
Oh, they will usually identify. However, there would be name tags.
So if they do not have a name tag, are
If-
they not employees?
Some employees do not carry name tags. However, they will identify themselves.
So if they do not identify themselves, they are not employees.
Yes. Identification upon asking is always mandatory within the cast member crew.
It does sound like a rule you didn't mention. I guess anything goes.
Anything goes. But yes, as you put the envelope into the slit and say, I accept your terms as you have stated it, the envelope itself just started to turn into ash as it hits the box until there's nothing. And you blink, Professor Tristan, and it looked like Nixie herself used to have two hands that are just clutched onto her chest. However, as you blink, you notice four extra limbs on her. The two extra hands are currently seems to be filing away paperwork that she is just moving around, and behind her looks to be old style carnival with the Halloween theme.
I'll step forward and just wait for the others.
As Mr. Locke approaches the box, they pull a dagger from their pocket. Do I put these down before I agree or after?
Oh no, it will be automatically confiscated.
Do we get them back when we leave?
Oh yes, you do get them back when you leave.
Can I hear this? And this is happening just behind me.
Yeah.
I will just, as I will say, like, remember, anything goes.
And no one hears you.
It echoes into the void.
Yep. Mr. Locke puts the envelope in the box.
You have to state that you accept my terms.
I accept the terms that we were just given.
Okay? And as you accept it, the envelope in your hands turn to ash, and you see the same scene as Professor Tristan. It's quite a bit loud this time, as it seems to be music just start up and fireworks have started as well. However, for everyone else, this is just nothing.
How will we be provided with sustenance?
Oh, it will be provided in your lodging. It is part of the passes, which means it'll be provided for free.
At no cost.
At no cost.
May we harm non-employee?
Of course,
Yes.
anything goes.
I pull out my envelope and I agree to your previously described terms.
And the same thing happens. The envelope turns to ash. And you see this vision of everything. Mr. Locke, you have the unnatural perks, yes?
Sorry?
You have the unnatural perks.
No, I don't have.
Oh, why did I assume Mr. Locke
I
has the
think
unnatural? You're the one with the unnatural.
I have repelled
and
the unnatural
Yeah.
senses.
Okay, Mr. Locke, the vision you see is quite different. You see Nixie as normal. However, as the envelope turns to ash in your hands, you see the old style, you see the old carnival and Halloween theme. However, you do not see the extra limbs. You do not see anything out of the ordinary with Nixie. But Dr. Yue, you see everything.
I guess I do the same. I'm like, we've got VIP passes. Like, that gets us extra stuff, right? Like,
Part of the VIP passes means you get extra, you get free of no cost food and lodging.
that's not included in the regular passes?
No, it's not.
Oh, sorry, Vera. Yeah, agree to the previously stated terms.
And as the ashes turn into dust in your hand, that's the ashes. The envelope turns into ashes in your hands. You see the same vision as Professor Tristan and Dr. Yue. And Nixie is still filing away with her extra two limbs. Vera puts the envelope and says she accepts the terms, continuing the whole thing. And Nixie stops and says, "Oh, interesting. I didn't know that you would attend." And Vera just... And Nixie says, "Well, welcome back then. Your usual room might be there. You just have to ask the receptionist." And Vera's just, shrugs and thanks Nixie.
It's not dodgy at all.
Let's.
Yeah, we trust Vera completely.
Are all weapons gone now?
Yes. All your weapons had disappeared the moment you accepted the terms.
What about body armor?
Body armor's also gone.
What about radios?
Radio's gone, phone's gone, any technology you have on you that is not clothing.
Oh, no,
My
this-
Duolingo freaking streak is going to be ruined.
At least none of us have a pacemaker.
Well, if it is part of your well-being,
Yeah,
it's gonna
That's a very good point.
it's gonna stay.
Body
But medicine is still there.
Okay. Yeah.
Nixie does offer you a map of the event if you'd like.
No.
I'd just like to look at it. Just-
It is for free. It is complimentary.
Tanya will take it.
It's up to you. We'll take
If
one.
they state it's completely free, then they're obliged to. I say in front of her.
Let's go and find where we're staying.
Okay,
'cause
so
I've got all these bags.
in the middle of this map is the big tent. You can see it from where you're standing right now. Obviously, you got the pub on the upper right. You got the lodging on the lower right, and then you got the mirror on the lower left, and the Hall of Truth on the upper left.
At some point, I'm going to need to get a visual of that because I'm not going to remember that.
In the top
Sorry, I
middle, the
destroyed.
ghost that never lies, that only Professor Tristan can see. Well, I think let's maybe let's check the lodging, speak to the receptionist. We should probably find out how daylight works here as well.
Yeah.
As the last thing we want to do is blink in and have you
I think
terrible time.
also, like, Vera, you've been here before then.
Long
Got a
time ago,
usual
yeah.
room. They remember you.
Yeah. If you've been a patron before, they will keep your preferences in here.
Was this in relation to what you mentioned earlier?
Yes.
Fair. I won't pray.
I will. What's that about?
She's just staring at you.
Tanya will stare right back.
Leave it, Tanya.
Well, if there's anything else you'd like, I'm gonna retire in my lodging and
Is there anything we need to be aware of? Any dangers that we need to keep an obvious eye out for?
anything goes, and so just be extra careful not to get fed on. The receptionist is usually much more pliable and easier to deal with than the doorman.
Yeah, fair. Nixie was alright. Alright, maybe let's go check out the lodgings, find out how daylight works.
As they're heading towards the lodgings, can Mr. Locke is going to keep an eye out for small items that can be fashioned into weapons.
Okay.
Tanya's going to take note of where there might be like a janitor's closet that she can like see what can be mixed together to make something that's nasty.
Right now, it's like the old carny. Here's the thing: it's like an old carnival, like the old school one, not the modern one where everything is obviously safe and regulated. This old style carnival is in an open field.
Is it like glamping?
Yeah. And some parts of the whole event is the sand that turned into mud because of how people spill the drinks, etc. There are stalls all around that you pass towards where you're heading towards the lodging. And here's the thing. All three of you, except for Mr. Locke, would see strange carnival goers. Like, somebody would pass by you with a neck so long he looked like a giraffe. However, nobody reacts differently. There would be somebody who passes by you, almost bumping into you and saying, sorry, but he's got the face of a mouse.
I love him. You are totally fine, my guy. So like it's like tent
Peg?
accommodation.
The accommodation itself is this old brownstone building. It's one of the main buildings. You can see like the rest are all stalls and like tiny tents around, but where the important buildings are, it's made of actual.
Do
Building.
any of the larger tents have quite large tent pegs?
No.
Is there like a bathroom? Like, is there like a bathroom building in this like brownstone thing?
Yes. It seems to be like the moment you enter, it looks like a hotel entrance. There's the restroom over at the left side. Right side is the elevator. And in the middle of this whole floor entrance seems to be this heavy oak wood table. And behind this table is shelves full of keys. And behind this desk, because there's a group of people who are just at least finishing whatever they're dealing with the receptionist, you finally meet the receptionist, which is just a human-sized blob. And this blob has a tiny receptionist hat and a name tag that says V.
This doesn't say blob. What color is the blob? Is it pink?
It's black.
Oh, thank God.
But to Mr. Locke, does it appear just as a
You would see that this is a normal human being, Mr. Locke. You would see that
wearing
it's about
a tiny hat?
yeah, it's like a young girl, like early 20s, with a receptionist hat and uniform with the name tag V. She's got this short brown, like black hair, and she is just waiting.
So walk up. It's like, hello, V. We are guests here. We're here to inspect our lodgings.
Oh, good evening. Late registration then. Okay. Well, would you prefer to stay together in one big room, with your own bedroom, obviously, or do you want to separate?
It's probably best we stay together, I think. Yes, it's a sleep. I have a couple of questions, if I can, V.
Of course.
How does sunlight work here? Is it perpetual night or
Oh,
will the
no.
sunrise?
Daylight and sun, the day-night cycle continues.
Not a problem at all. You're the receptionist, is that correct?
Yes, I am. My name is V, and I am here to serve until the end of the event. You can see, like, there's no obvious face or anything on this blob, however, you can hear the voice. And the blob does kind of bounce up and down a little bit. However, for Mr. Locke, it's just a girl, just
Bouncing.
A very noddy girl.
very happy girl.
Before we go up to our lodgings, I was informed that you can help us get in contact with some other guests who are here. Is
Oh,
that
yes.
correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Excellent. I would like to know if the whereabouts, but I also would like to surprise them, of a Deacon Winters and a Dasher.
Oh,
and a
yes.
Lorna.
Unfortunately, the whereabouts would come as extra if you'd like to locate them.
Okay.
But I can send a message if you'd like.
A message
How much
to-
extra?
True, good point.
Well, since you are human, mortal, however, you are not of prime age.
Wow.
Wow.
At least she's honest.
Oh, you are also Quajin. And she brings out, for the three of you, you see the blob hands just bring out a big tome of a book, plop it onto the receptionist's desk, and open it with the tiny blob hands. Just. But for Mr. Locke to see the girl. And tiny blob hands pick up the pen and start to list down. Well, so the three of you are mortals, however, you are not of the prime age in which we deal. So the currency does differ.
He's not the prime age, or we're all not the prime age?
All of you are not, unfortunately.
What's the
not.
prime
They deal
age?
with children primarily.
Oh, okay, I'm less offended now.
Yes. And so we do deal with either information or experience.
Do you take the experience away, or are you happy to just...
We do
Share
take
it.
them away.
do we get to choose which experience you take away?
Yes,
Because
of
I've seen
course.
some movies that I would love to watch again for the
big help.
first time.
Fair. Well, we'll consider that, I guess. Are you able to inform us of where they're staying in here? I guess if not their direct whereabouts.
I can confirm that they are staying here. However, their current whereabouts will have to be part of the extra service.
And they're just their room, if they're not their current whereabouts, where their room is.
Well, one of the security features of our lodging is that no one can come in or out of that room. You cannot break into the room as it does not exist until you have a key. And the only one who can hold the said key is the owner of the room. So unless the owner of the room invites you into the room, you will not be able to go in or out. And
No.
so that's why we do ask whether or not you would like to.
You mentioned you could send a message for free, is that correct?
Yes.
Can you please send a message to Deacon Winters that a concerned associate wishes to have a discussion in the Hall of Truth tomorrow evening?
A concerned associate wishes to discuss
Just to have a discussion.
at the Hall of Truth.
We're also looking for an individual by the name of Erin. Are you able to confirm if there is an Erin staying here or if there's multiple Erins?
Oh,
Or
yes,
Haley?
there-
Or Haley?
Well, do you have the last name of a Miss Erin?
Erin Fang.
Then I can confirm Erin Fang is within the event. Erin Fang is currently a temporary cast member.
That's a good thing. That means she can't be hurt.
Is Haley here?
May I have a last name?
Pert.
Haley Perth is in the event as well.
As a temporary cast member? What is her-
Unfortunately not.
Is there can I ask where we may visit Erin in her role as a cast member, what event she is playing in?
Well, she just finished her event right now. You were too late. You would have witnessed the amazing event. I heard a lot of good things. I am quite sad that I wasn't able to watch. However, I can just watch through other people telling me the stories.
Was
You
it
see
a-
the blob just moving.
Was it a chimera fight? Is that correct?
Oh yes, you have heard of that. However, we do not use the term chimera
I apologize.
fight in here. We do use the lion fight. It's some people cannot see, and so we try to keep it as that to keep the magic going.
Of course.
What about Haley? Can you, can I get a message to Haley?
Of course.
Can you please just tell her that Tanya's here and is looking for her?
Really, Erin Fang, and that didn't tip you off. Fang.
I don't know what else.
That's fine. It's possible for them to send a message back. Is that correct?
Yes.
Like, we can just wait for a message back.
Yeah. Should I tell her what room we're in so that she can find us?
I think wait for a message back first. The message, they'll message guarantees to return.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yes.
So she's here as a guest. Do you know who she's with? Can you tell me who she's with?
Well, she is with a cast member in this event.
But she's not a cast member herself.
No, unfortunately not. Her associates are all cast members. One named Ghost.
I don't know anyone by Ghost. Do you know anyone by Ghost?
I know someone.
You know who's?
Mr. Locke, you would know exactly who this is.
That's a
And the
Ghost with a
fact
capital
that
G.
Erin is also here is making your heart pound in your chest.
Sure is.
It's the
Where is Erin right now?
Erin should be resting in her trailer in near the big tent. However, I cannot confirm whether or not she is currently there. as that is part of the extra service.
I'll do it.
Of course. 15 experience, please.
Why don't we just go? Why don't we just? No. Look. Why don't we just go and look now? Let's just go. Like,
Trailer now. And if Arrern is not there, we come back and we pay.
what if this like messes you up? Like,
What if you forget,
All right,
Arrern?
we'll go.
like I'm all for like new movie experience, but like, what if this like messes you up?
Yeah, you don't want to forget Erin, and go when we go find her that you've forgotten her, or you've forgotten how to help her. Let's. This is an option, and we're not ruling it off the table, but let's make sure we find out that we take it as the only option.
Like, can I have my key, please? And I need to go and find these people
Of
now,
course.
please.
Hang on.
Let me
Wait,
just
do you-
find.
Can I please have this? Is there one key?
There
the
is
whole room?
multiple copies.
All right, cool. All right, that's fine then. I don't want Tanya to have the only copy of the key.
Why? You don't trust me?
To not bargain the key away for some Fey explosive? Not at all.
Oh.
That's an option.
If they gave you a Fey nuke, would you trade the key?
I mean, we could sleep on the sand for one night. Like, she'll be right. We'll
There's
just
multiple copies. That's
we'll
clear.
dig.
All right.
Okay, and as you ask for the key and you all are conversing, for the three of you, you see several blob tentacles just shot up from this blob, just shot out of it, and start to go around touching all the keys. For Mr. Locke, this girl is just turning around and like trying to reach like the top keys for each and every single one of it. And turns around and presents you with 3 keys. One is the number 73, one is 1561, and the other is 81.
Today, 3.
Sorry, could you say that again for
Three
me?
copies?
So you may choose the room number that you like. One is 73. The second one is 1561. And the third one is 81.
What's the difference?
There's just some preferences regarding numbers with people. And some numbers are avoided by a lot of people due to superstition or personal beliefs. And so we try to offer people several room choices.
I am of the belief that we should take 81. I think
Me
81 is
too.
the safest one.
Me too, actually. 8 is a lucky number.
I don't care.
1561 is a pile of bullshit, and 73 sounds terrifying.
Mr. Locke is just
I don't.
itching to.
Yeah, I would. Tanya wants to get out of
They,
here.
they don't care.
And as she hands you the key to 81, she clamps down a hand on it, and 3 keys is produced.
Just 3, Doctor.
Just 3 again.
Oh, the four keys.
She
Four-
flumps
three,
again.
sorry, 3 extra keys were
Nice.
produced.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
At least from the blob hand.
Just
Thank
before
you.
we leave to expand, is there a way to join temporarily the cast? Is there a way to volunteer to temporarily join the cast in a role?
Yes, if you make a deal with one of the cast members, that is possible. As was done by the temporary cast members who are currently here.
Is there anything else we can do to protect ourselves while we're here?
Unfortunately, I cannot make a comment regarding that. We try to keep everyone as safe as possible in this event.
Can I confirm if Deacon Winters, Dasha, or Lorna are temporary cast members, or are they just guests at the moment?
No, they are guests.
Beautiful. Thank you, V.
Thank you, V.
You all have a good night. Almost day. Please be careful out there.
How long have we got till sunrise?
Currently have 2 hours.
Okay, that's enough.
And other rooms, we can sunlight proof the rooms. Yeah, like I would assume that this place that is for all sorts.
Yeah, there's kindred here as well.
Yeah, so I should.
As we
assume-
know.
Yeah.
Now we just have to wait here and just guard defense the door so the kindred can't get back in.
Can we go?
Yeah, let's go find Aaron.
Yeah.
I think Tanya's like dumping her Kmart bags. Can you please put these in our room? Thank
Of
you.
course.
Thank you, V.
Just absorbed by the blob. but for Mr. Locke, it's just like the girl like holding on to it.
I love V.
Cool.
Let's,
Yeah,
as
let's
a group.
Like, who's Ghost? Like, Tanya's starting to walk out, and I assume we're like walking
yeah,
out,
Mr.
but like,
Locke is making a beeline back towards
The big
The
tent.
big
big
tent.
tent
You know who's Ghost?
caravans.
You know who's Haley with?
Ghost was Erin's stalker, but back before we moved to Alice Springs.
So that's not good news then.
It is not good news.
I don't know what to do now.
Let's
We
find
find
Erin.
Erin.
And let's ask Erin. If Ghost leads to Erin, then we can trail back from Erin to Ghost to Haley.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the big tent. Let's look for some trailers.
I don't like being here with nothing in case we run into one of these people.
I don't think we have an option though. Like I agree, but I don't think we have any other
Okay.
alternatives. I think the best bet we can do right now is see if we can find a way to temporarily join the cast and guarantee our safety, because it doesn't say anything about the cast going after the guests. It just says the guests can't go after the cast.
Okay. All right, let's find Erin.
Just punch someone while pointing at your name tag.
Well, someone gave Erin a spear, right? Like,
That's it. There's a roll. There's
If-
ways of getting weapons.
And I've still got my supernatural abilities.
yeah.
As you enter, like, at least the vicinity of the big tent, there are some conversations you might happen upon, such as some guy is talking to another individual who looks extremely fucked up, just face-wise. Of course, Professor Tristan would recognize a Nosferatu of Black Body class, as you have. Mr. Locke as well would recognize Nosferatu class. But they are conversing loudly about some, like the other guy who is not Nanos. I was saying, like, wait, aren't you going to go help, like, your clanmate? And the Nosferatu is just conversing as they pass by you. Hell no. What the fuck? Do you see that? He pick a fight with a werewolf? I ain't doing that. There's another group there helping him anyway, I think. Helping. If he dies, he dies.
There are werewolves here.
I think there's everything here. There's you here.
Well,
I think you're the rarity, to be honest.
you make a fair point.
I'll nod to the Nosferatu. Excuse me, my good sir. Sorry. You mentioned a werewolf fight?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds insane.
It was. We had to book it there.
Which way was that? When did that
Oh,
happen?
over at the pub. I suggest to stay clear of the pub right now.
Yeah, shit, fair enough. I didn't know there were many Nos coming to here as well. That's just good
Yeah.
to see you guys out and about.
Yeah, it's the only time of the year we can actually walk
Yeah,
around.
That's
no?
it. Them blending in, doing it well. No worries.
See the Nos nod towards somebody wearing like a fake, like ugly mask and say,
Yeah, they're trying. Fair enough. Yeah, we will be avoiding the pub.
"Yeah, my man."
Did it just happen, or it happened a while ago?
Oh, it just happened. I suggest to
Avoid it.
avoid it. I think they're still there. I do not want to get mauled.
Fair. Well, thank you. Sorry, the unknown names here. Professor
Can't say names here, as they say.
Nossi. We'll call it.
Nossi works.
Nossi works. Nossi bossy. And continue on being like, yeah, sir. There are obviously Garu here.
Yep.
Please be on your best behavior.
I'm always on my best.
This whole place could just be cleared out.
Not by us. Not right now.
And you arrive at the big tent. You see that there are smaller tents surrounding this big tent, and there is a clear sign that says cast members over at the smaller tents.
That's where Mr. Locke goes.
It doesn't say cast members only, so continue.
Let's go. Let's find Erin.
We're looking for one that says Aaron or the Great Lion Slayer.
Right, what's in awareness, please?
It has been so long since we made a roll.
Because somebody caught my thing earlier.
3.
That was a critical success. So 6.
3.
3.
Okay. With 3 successes, maybe it's the sounds, maybe it's the old carnival feel. I don't know if you all have been into an old carny, but it is wild. Dr. Yue, you are on the job. And so you don't get distracted by all this hubbub, all these lights, all these sounds. And you see, immediately you notice at the far end of this place, somebody with a name tag, at least on the tent, saying Fang.
Fine.
Mr. Locke, straight for it.
Yep, and as you go straight for it, you just barge in.
Knock.
It is just
Oh, it's
Lock.
just a tent.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a tent.
Not
Is
the
there
tent.
is there like tent pegs holding this tent down?
Hmm?
Is there like tent pegs holding this tent down?
No.
Yeah, it's
Magic.
there, all right.
Hovering.
Like, I just
The
want
dreams
to
of children.
I'm like, I've got nothing.
After you, Mr. Locke, I guess. This is you.
Mr. Locke does not wait for anyone.
Yeah, Tanya's following Locke.
Mr. Locke, what do you do?
Enter the tent.
So you entered the tent. The first thing you notice is that it's quite dark in here. Usually, Erin likes to keep a lot of candles on. However, there's only one single candle on a desk. It's quite small. There is obviously the bed and the shower area and a small makeshift kitchen. And you do notice a familiar figure just sitting on the floor. And as you enter, this figure just freezes and then turns around, and you see Erin with tear-streaked face. And her eyes are just red from crying.
Mr. Locke goes straight to her, kneels down, hands on shoulders.
Is it you? This is not an illusion, right?
It's not an illusion. Are you an illusion?
And then Erin just hugs you, Mr. Locke, and starts to cry and break down on your shoulder.
Mr. Locke holds Erin, and one hand just slowly, like, up and down her back. I found you. Hey, it's okay.
No, it's not. I can't.
It will be.
How can it be okay? She breaks away from your hug and just looks at you. I'm stuck here. Because somebody ruined my chance of
Stuck here?
escaping. I'm stuck here.
How are you stuck here?
I made a deal.
What was the deal?
The deal that I made was that I will hug a cat. In exchange, Kel will protect me from him.
You will hug a cat.
Yes, just hug a cat. It's for the show. It's part of the theatrics. And then this people that came in and just ruined everything. Now the chance is gone.
For you to hug a cat.
It's not just a cat. It's a specific cat.
Can we get you a different cat?
So if you hug this cat, then you can leave?
Yes,
Where's the cat?
it's gone. They've taken it away because there's a second show tomorrow. Why did you leave?
We can leave. I'll help you.
I can't. How?
We'll find a way for you to hug the cat. Hey, I'm here. I can take down a cat. You know I can take down a cat.
You can't.
Erin, we'll get you out.
I don't want to go out in a body bag. He's here.
I know he's here. The receptionist just told us. But hey, I'm here now too. We got you out last time. We'll get you out again.
So everything's so complicated. I just want a normal life.
I know.
And she starts to wipe away like her tears. And then she starts to notice that there are actual people out in here.
Awkwardly averted.
We should tell her that I broke down her back door.
These are my team. They'll help you.
Who did
Yeah, it makes you feel better. This is the one place to commit cold-blooded murder. So if you want someone gone,
Yue.
Who did you make the deal with to hug the cat?
As you ask that, Professor Tristan, you can see that Erin has stopped responding and is just staring straight at Dr. Yue.
yeah, if your stalker is here, we can,
Cass, how are you associated with Aquagen?
The Quajian works for the same organization that I do.
And how do you know I'm Equation?
Because I used to hunt people like you. And as she says that, we will end our session for this evening.
Oh,
snap.
Aaron, there goes your free murder ticket.
Offering to kill her
Rip up
stalker. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
That's what the VIP ticket gives us. Murder.
And you know what? I was going to ask what the name tags looked like. Because we can make fake name tags and just go,
Out of what?
I'm really good at arts and crafts.
like,
But there's no tent pegs.
receptionists. Surely they have, like, paper.
We can make it out of the receptionist.
Alright.
Out of a very human receptionist.
Yeah, the very human receptionist, obviously. She's very cute. Hey, guys. Thank you guys very much for joining us for that session. Once again, my name is Serena, and I'm the storyteller for Red Center by Night.
Hi, I'm MK, and I've been playing Tanya Pert.
I'm Joel, and I'm playing Professor Fun.
I am Lulu. No. I am Lily, and I've been playing Lulu, the Creation consultant.
I'm Kat, and I've been playing Mr. Locke.
And with that, we'll see you again next week for the Bahari's point of view of this story. Bye-bye!